And Marina Mabry. I missed that one, Idona.
All right, let's jump to one other thing. And then, as I said at the top of the show, I promise you next time we're going to talk about all sorts of other stuff. But I think, I'm a basketball guy, and I'm really fascinated by what's been going on with the WNBA. I don't even watch the NBA anymore because it became so political, but I love basketball, the sport. And first, I want to start with a picture of Angel Reese. She is now the cover girl for NBA 2K26. That's the, PS Xbox game. It's the WNBA edition. I actually didn't even know that there was a WNBA edition, but that's just fine, obviously. And they put her on the cover. I want to show you one play from Angel Reese this week. I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. I have never seen an inbound pass like this. I'm not a girl, so maybe you can explain to me what happened here.
And from the ones who are doing it better than them.
Williams now with 4 points in the second quarter. Miscommunication between Atkins and Reese, and Carlton makes him pay.
I don't think that was miscommunication. I play basketball with a bunch of 60-year-old guys with busted hips. Half of them can't see. I'm not sure they all have working arms. And I've never seen... I bring this up because we're going to get to Caitlin Clark in a minute, but they've really tried to make Angel Reese the face of the league. You put her on the cover of 2K, which for all the NBA players that get on there, that's a huge career moment for them. It opens up all sorts of other endorsements. And here's a woman who I actually think does seem kind of racist and has made some racist remarks, who's going after Caitlin Clark, and who also doesn't really seem to care that much about the league or something like that. Is that a fair estimation?
Look, it's not even that Angel Reese has made racist remarks. She has created, at this point, 2 racial hoaxes entirely, saying that fans were, making monkey noises or whatever it is. And it was proven by the league, by the WNBA, to be a totally false allegation. Like, she's done this twice. So it's not only the racial remarks, it's the insistence to create some sort of racial disparagement that is actually not there at all. If a racial disparagement did exist in the WNBA, then Angel Reese would not be on the cover of this game. Okay, so that's a total facade that is, I guess, exists in Angel Reese's mind. Whether it was this inbound pass, whether it's Angel Reese rebounding her own layup, it's pretty, honestly, it's impressive. And I will say, granted, I was pretty good at virtually every sport growing up. I come from a family of athletes. My dad was in the NFL. My mom was Division I softball player, Super Bowl champions in my family, pretty athletic. Was never that great at basketball. I have no problem admitting that. But I will say, watching this, it is pretty impressive to count on if it even fits on 2 hands, how many times Angel Reese can rebound her own layup. Pretty impressive.
We'll have thrown in a little of that on B-roll for you. But now I want to connect this to the other thing that I think really is the story, which is that the WNBA has their Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark, it's not just that she's an amazing basketball player. They've had amazing basketball players before. Yes, she's kind of heads and shoulders above some of their best. I remember watching in 95 when the league started. There was a woman, I don't know if you remember her. Her name was Cynthia Cooper. If you have never seen this lady play on the Houston Comets, she was unbelievable. She looked like she was in another league than many of these ladies. However, Caitlin Clark, they have their Michael Jordan. She's selling out stadiums. You see what happens when she shows up, how many people show up versus when she's injured or not in town, what the ratings are when she doesn't play, et cetera, et cetera. And they are kicking the crap out of her. Here's just one example of it.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
And Marina Mabry. I missed that one, Idona.
Riley, she gets hit in the face, the secondary bump, the other one gets in there to hit her. Look, Michael Jordan was hit a lot. Basketball used to be much more physical than it is these days. But they are going to hurt her. That is my prediction. They are going to really, really hurt her. And this incredible experiment that could have turned this league into what it started to become a few months ago, I think is going to be over just like that.
Yeah, well, whether it's, I can think of 1,000 examples off the top of my head of Caitlin Clark being in these compromised positions because of the league, because of the rhetoric that they've allowed. And I don't use that lightly because, again, you hate when the other side uses this word rhetoric, right? Like violent rhetoric as if words can be violent, but they've allowed Caitlin Clark to now be in this position. I can think of one instance where Dejanay Carrington, it like punctured Caitlin Clark in the eyes. So I can think of tons of examples of this, but one person I want to highlight who has had Caitlin Clark's back over the past few weeks is Sophie Cunningham.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm like the biggest Sophie Cunningham fan now, and I'm not trying to boast, but she commented on my TikTok yesterday, so I feel like we're besties now. She's incredible. Has now said what the league wouldn't, what none of Caitlin Clark's other teammates would at this point. She's like, look, I've had enough watching this. Caitlin is going to get hurt. I'm going to defend her. There's a fantastic play where someone comes up, shoves Caitlin, and Sophie comes in and she just pushes it back, which is fantastic. That's the kind of assertiveness that I believe has been missing to ultimately protect Caitlin Clark, as you said, which is the WNBA's like golden goose. Like this is the golden goose. This is your ticket. But they have become so incredibly insufferable. Like it really is. That's why people tune in, as you alluded to the games that Caitlin Clark is playing, even when she's been injured. And you hate to see her even just this week face another injury, leave tearfully. When she's not there, people aren't tuned in. It's because the WNBA as a league is absolutely insufferable.